Genghis Khan conquered more territory than any ruler in human history. But one of his most effective weapons was never a soldier. She never rode into battle, never carried a sword, and today her name barely survives outside a footnote. Her name was Al-Altan, and she may have helped hand her father an empire. To understand her, you need to understand the family she was born into. Genghis Khan built the Mongol Empire by unifying the fractured tribes of the steppe under his rule. At his side stood Borte, his primary wife, the mother of his heirs. Together they raised children who were treated less like family and more like instruments of state. Even her name is a puzzle. She appears in the historical record as Al-Altan, but also as Altalun and Altalun. The spelling shifts depending on which chronicle you read, which language it was filtered through, which scribe was doing the translating. It's a small detail, but it says something bigger. The women of the Mongol court were recorded far less carefully than the men who fought beside them. What we do know is this: Al-Altan was the youngest of Genghis Khan's children. And among his daughters, she was said to be his favorite. In a family where every marriage was a political transaction, that kind of affection was not just sentimental. It made her valuable. Because Genghis Khan had discovered something powerful, he didn't always need an army to expand his empire. He had a policy of marrying his daughters to the rulers of neighboring peoples. In exchange, those rulers submitted to Mongol authority. No siege. No slaughter. Just a wedding. It was, in effect, empire building through the bedroom instead of the battlefield. A daughter became a treaty with a pulse. And for this particular alliance, Genghis Khan looked southwest, toward one of the wealthiest peoples bordering his growing domain, the Uyghurs. The Uyghurs controlled territory that mattered, a wealthy, established civilization sitting along routes that connected empires. To bring them into the Mongol fold without a costly war would be a strategic triumph. And the man who ruled them was Barchuq Tegin. Around the year 1211, Al-Altan married him. With that marriage, the ruler of the Uyghurs became bound directly into the family of the man conquering the known world. He kept his throne. He kept his people's wealth. But now he answered to his father-in-law. Think about what that actually accomplished. A wealthy kingdom folded into the Mongol Empire without a single battle fought. No cities burned. No armies destroyed. Just a favorite daughter, sent south, sealing the deal her father needed. And this wasn't an isolated arrangement. It was policy, a repeatable strategy. Other daughters of Genghis Khan were married off to other rulers in exactly the same way, each marriage another thread tying a foreign throne back to Karakoram. Picture the pattern spreading outward across Central Asia, ruler after ruler watching their neighbors submit through marriage instead of massacre, and deciding that was the better bargain. Each daughter was a quiet, living contract. But here's the frustrating part for anyone trying to tell Al-Altan's story: the record simply goes quiet. We know her parentage. We know her favored status. We know her husband and roughly when she married him. What happened to her afterward, that's left almost entirely undocumented. That silence isn't unique to her. It's the pattern for almost every woman in the Mongol court, no matter how central they were to holding the empire together. The generals got chronicles. The daughters got a sentence, maybe two, buried in someone else's story. Al-Altan's marriage to Barchuq Tegin helped bring one of the wealthiest peoples in Central Asia under Mongol control without a war being fought over it, a small, human transaction that quietly reshaped the map. If stories like hers deserve to be dug back out of the footnotes, subscribe, and we'll keep finding them.